Today our topic is what Epictetus taught about freedom. Epictetus was a Stoic philosopher who lived a long time ago, but his ideas about freedom are still very important today. He believed that true freedom is not about being able to do whatever you want, but about being free inside your mind. He said that we can only control our own thoughts and actions, and not what happens to us in life. This means that if we focus on what we can control, we can be free no matter what happens around us. Let me explain this idea more. Imagine you are in a situation where you cannot change what is happening. Maybe you lost your job, or someone you love is sick, or you are stuck in traffic. These things can make you feel upset or angry. But Epictetus would say that you can choose how you react to these situations. You can choose to stay calm and not let these things control your emotions. This is what he meant by being free. He taught that we should not worry about things we cannot control, like the weather, other people's opinions, or even our own bodies getting old or sick. Instead, we should focus on what we can control, like our thoughts, our actions, and our attitude. This is the key to freedom. Epictetus also said that we often make ourselves unhappy by wanting things we cannot have. For example, if you want to be rich or famous, but you are not, you might feel sad or frustrated. But Epictetus would say that these desires are like chains that keep us from being free. If you can let go of these desires and accept what you have, you will feel much more peaceful. This is not easy to do, but it is possible with practice. He believed that we should train our minds to be strong, like an athlete trains their body. We can do this by reminding ourselves every day that we cannot control everything in life, and that is okay. We should also practice gratitude, which means being thankful for what we have instead of always wanting more. Another important lesson from Epictetus is that we should not let other people's opinions control us. He said that if someone says something bad about you, it is not your problem, but theirs. You cannot control what other people think or say, but you can control how you react. If you let their words hurt you, you are giving them power over you. But if you stay calm and do not let their words affect you, you are free. This is a very powerful idea because it means that no one can make you feel bad unless you allow them to. This is not easy to do, especially when someone says something that really hurts. But with practice, you can learn to let go of these feelings and stay free inside your mind. Epictetus also taught that we should not be afraid of things that might happen in the future. Many people worry about things like losing their job, getting sick, or dying. But Epictetus would say that these fears are not helpful. They only make us unhappy and take away our freedom. Instead, we should focus on the present moment and do our best with what we have right now. He believed that if we live a good life and do the right thing, we do not need to be afraid of the future. This does not mean that bad things will never happen, but it means that we can face them with courage and strength. One of the most famous stories about Epictetus is about a lamp. He had a simple iron lamp that he used every day. One day, someone stole the lamp. But instead of getting angry or upset, Epictetus said, "Tomorrow I will buy a cheaper lamp." This story shows how he practiced what he preached. He did not let the thief control his emotions. He accepted what happened and moved on. This is a great example of how we can apply his teachings in our own lives. When something bad happens, we can choose to accept it and focus on what we can do next, instead of wasting our energy on anger or sadness. Epictetus also believed that we should not compare ourselves to others. He said that everyone has their own path in life, and we should focus on our own journey instead of worrying about what other people are doing. If you spend your life trying to be like someone else, you will never be happy. But if you focus on being the best version of yourself, you will find true freedom. This means that you should not be jealous of other people's success or feel bad if you are not as rich or famous as they are. Instead, you should focus on your own goals and do your best to achieve them. Another important idea from Epictetus is that we should not be attached to material things. He believed that things like money, houses, and clothes are not important for true happiness. They can be taken away at any time, and if we are too attached to them, we will feel sad when we lose them. Instead, we should focus on things that cannot be taken away, like our character, our values, and our ability to think and reason. These are the things that make us who we are, and no one can take them away from us. This is why Epictetus believed that even a slave could be free, because freedom is not about what you have, but about what you think and feel inside. Epictetus also taught that we should not try to avoid pain or suffering, because they are a natural part of life. Instead, we should accept them and learn from them. He believed that suffering can make us stronger and help us grow as people. This does not mean that we should look for pain, but it means that we should not be afraid of it. If we can face our problems with courage, we will become stronger and more resilient. This is another way to find freedom, because when we are not afraid of pain, we can face anything that life throws at us. In conclusion, Epictetus taught that true freedom is not about having power over others or being able to do whatever you want. It is about being free inside your mind. This means that you should focus on what you can control, like your thoughts and actions, and let go of what you cannot control, like other people's opinions or what happens in the world. You should also practice gratitude, be thankful for what you have, and not be attached to material things. Finally, you should not be afraid of pain or suffering, but accept them as part of life and learn from them. If you follow these teachings, you can find true freedom and live a peaceful and happy life, no matter what happens around you. This is the wisdom of Epictetus, and it is just as important today as it was thousands of years ago.